America first foreign policy.
Say, why are you going? You're going to Trump.
The travel industry has gone from predicting a record-breaking...
If we don't get resolution soon, we'll probably end up in a recession.
Canadians alone annually spend more than $400 million.
It's going to make our country very rich.
The world didn't cancel America with protests. They just stopped showing up. And now, US tourism is absolutely collapsing, quietly costing over $90 billion, and no one in power seems to care. That's the total economic fallout from people deciding the US just isn't worth the hassle anymore. That little blue book, the US passport, that used to be like a golden ticket, is now hitting walls in all directions. Countries that once said, come on in, are now saying not without a visa and not without a lot of paperwork.
And we're kicking people out, not letting people in. Heck, we've canceled the visas of more than 1,000 foreign students.
This is not random. It's all about power, perception, and a lot has to do with payback. We're watching America's travel privileges shrink in real time, and the fallout is absolutely massive. We're talking billions in lost revenue, hundreds of thousands of jobs on the line, and a slow motion collapse of what used to be one of the most powerful tourism machines in the world. The interesting thing here is it's happening quietly. No huge protests, just empty hotel rooms, half-booked flights, and whole towns that used to rely on tourism now stuck in limbo. The US is on track to lose over $12.5 billion in international travel spending this year alone. That's a whopping 7% drop from last year, bringing the total down to just under $169 billion. But this is not just about incoming money that's lost. Over 230,000 jobs are taking a hit, especially in dining and lodging. So waiters and housekeepers, hotel managers, these are your average people trying to earn a living. And now their jobs are gone. Goldman Sachs estimates that the US economy could face a loss of up to $90 billion in 2025. This figure represents approximately 0.3 of the US GDP. The $90 billion projected loss encompasses the combined effects of decreased international tourism, global boycotts of American products, and the resultant downturn in the service sector. These factors collectively pose a substantial risk to the US economy in 2025. Cities like New York, LA, and Las Vegas specifically are really feeling the hit. Hotel bookings are down massively, tourist traffic is low, and the ripple effects are brutal. Even Airbnb stock got downgraded over weaker summer travel trends. Airlines such as Delta, American, Southwest, they've all slashed earnings forecasts. Why? Well, it's attributed to weak consumer and corporate confidence. People just aren't booking, and if they are, they're going elsewhere. California is the state that is pushing back. Governor Newsom is literally running a California Loves Canada campaign, trying to tell the world, hey, we're not all like DC. Please still come and visit.
The Golden State and Canada have always shared so much in common. Sure, you know who's trying to stir things up back in DC, but don't let that ruin your beach plans. California, it's the ultimate playground. 2,000 miles from Washington and a world away in mindset. From our iconic beaches and national parks to world-class wine, food, and outdoor adventure, there's something here for everyone. Last year, nearly 2 million Canadians visited California, because here in California, we've got plenty of sunshine and a whole lot of love for our neighbors up north.
Meanwhile, Trump's downplaying the entire situation, acting like this collapse in tourism doesn't matter, and that America can still be the top destination.
Those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas, we don't want them.
This split is killing trust, even inside the country, because this isn't just about hotels and flights. This is about soft power, the way countries win hearts and minds by being welcoming, open, and easy to visit. That's how you build international goodwill. And that goodwill is eroding fast. And this isn't just international tourists avoiding the US. Even Americans are staying put, choosing cheaper domestic trips because of inflation, uncertainty, and a dollar that just doesn't stretch like it used to. So what's behind this slow but massive fade? A lot of it traces back to Donald Trump's border policies, travel bans, and the general Make America Great Again vibe that alienated a lot of countries. And now we're seeing the consequences. Let's break it down, because this isn't just about flights, it's about power shifts. I mean, let's look at Brazil, for instance. They used to let Americans in without a visa. Well, not anymore. As of April 10th, you've got to apply, pay, and wait. Why? Because Brazilians still need a visa to visit the US. So Brazil said, okay, cool, we'll do the same. And this comes after Trump made it harder for Brazilians to get into the States. Europe, well, they implemented the European Travel Information and Authorization System. It's a light version of a visa. You apply online, you pay a small fee, and get pre-approved before landing. It's their answer to America's ESTA system. The UK has their own version. Australia, they've had ETA for a while, but now the checks are deeper. If you have unpaid fines, for instance, or if you've overstayed somewhere else like 5 years ago, they will know and they'll block you. This all boils down to 3 things: security, sovereignty, and payback. If the US makes it harder for people to come in, other countries will obviously do the same. The world's volatile. Every country wants more control. It's no longer about walls. It's about digital borders. Algorithms and facial scans are the new gatekeepers. People are now actively avoiding the United States. In March, 2 German teens landed in Hawaii. They were ready for a 5-week dream trip, but they didn't have every hotel booked in advance. So US Customs pulled them aside, strip searched them, and held them overnight, and then deported them. No charges, nothing illegal.
2 German teens at Honolulu's airport earlier this month, they claimed they were here on vacation, but federal officials say that's not true.
And this is not an isolated story. Australians getting cavity searched, Canadians grilled about their politics, Europeans detained for no reason they can understand. This is becoming normal, and people are fearful of taking a chance. And when you're on the world stage, everybody's watching. Canadian travel to the US is down over 70%. Airlines are slashing routes. From Germany and Spain, travel is down 20%. The UK, 15% drop. And France, 12%. Governments are even warning their citizens, think twice before visiting the US, as it might not be safe or predictable or even worth the hassle. Trump's whole approach is walls, bans, America first. But what got lost in this was diplomacy. The kind where visitors actually want to come, experience the culture, and go home with great vacation memories. Now, travelers are choosing places that feel more relaxed, more welcoming, and less likely to make their vacation feel like an interrogation. And those other places are absolutely thriving. Mexico is a great example. It is absolutely booming. Europe's breaking visitor records. Southeast Asia is cashing in too. Simpler entry rules, a better experience, a warmer welcome. Travel loyalty doesn't just bounce back. Once people find new spots they love, they stick with them. They tell their friends, they build new habits. Can the US fix this? Maybe, but it's going to take more than Instagram ads and cheap flights. It's going to take trust, predictability, and diplomacy. Okay, folks, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Please drop a comment and tell me where you're planning to travel next. And if you like these kind of breakdowns, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications. I I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support, and thanks again for watching.